Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Farihatul Amina binti Mazlan.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Hanisa Abdullah.
Hey, Assalamualaikum guys. What's on the news today?
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Nur Aida binti Muhammad Hilmi.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Afrina binti Zulkifli.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Afrina binti Zulkifli. My matric number is 2017394199. I will explain the definition, the concept, and the modus operandi of the tawarruq. Before we go to the definition of tawarruq, we should know the concept of tawarruq first. Number 1, monetization, which is one of the party will gain the money. Number 2, comprising between two contracts, which is purchase asset on credit term and sell the asset to third party on cash basis. Number 3, tawarruq contract based on murabaha. The definition of tawarruq. Literal meaning is minted silver, seeking silver, while the technical meaning is buying a commodity with deferred payment and selling it to a third party, which is other than the original seller, for a lower price with immediate payment. There are two types of modus operandi of tawarruq. The first one is classic and the second one is organized. For classic tawarruq, it is permitted by majority scholar due to involvement of third party, which make the trading permissible and not considered as hilaf. The modus operandi of classic tawarruq is the customer buys the commodity from someone on a credit basis with the higher price than the cash price. Then the customer sells the commodity to someone else, which is third party on a cash basis with cash price lower than credit price to acquire cash. Next is organized tawarruq. Organized tawarruq is not applicable, which is evolution occurs in the modern age of Islamic banking. It is prohibited by majority scholars due to bank appointment as agent is considered as hilaf, whereby the trading transaction is fictitious and unable to fulfill the possession requirement. The modus operandi of organized tawarruq is customer buy the commodity from bank on credit basis with arrangement of bank as agent to resell the commodity. Then, bank sells the commodity on behalf of customer to third party on cash basis. Bank gives cash proceeds from the sale to the customer. Here the simple explanation modus operandi of Tawarruq. As you can see, there are seller, bank, customer and commodity buyer. As first step, bank buys commodity from seller at cost RM100. Then the bank sells to the customer based on murabaha contract, which is cost plus profit, so the total will be RM110. Then the customer sells to the commodity buyer, which is third party, through bank lower than credit price for immediate payment, and the sale will be RM100.
Evidence of Tawarruq application in the banking system. First is Tawarruq considered one of the forms of Islamic financing. It helps to cover many needs and provide sufficient liquidity through lawful means as approved by the Sharia. It is also securing benefits for traders, whether they are individuals or organizations. Thus, it is an important instrument by which governments can finance their trade deficit and provide necessary liquidity. Second, Tawarruq falls under the general statement of Allah. If the sale is complete with its pillar and its condition, then it is valid. In Surah Baqarah ayah 275, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has permitted trade and forbidden riba. Tawarruq is one of the forms of trade which has permitted in general, thus there is no clear evidence that declares it is unlawful. Next, the position of the Islamic banking system in Islamic countries with regard to conventional banking. It requires that not any opportunity should be missed for increasing its profitability and providing its customers with financing instruments. Fourth is, Tawarruq is different from Inam, which leads to riba. It was reported by Ibn Abbas that a man sells velvet to another at 100 dirham and bought it back at 50 dirham. When Ibn Abbas was asked about that, he said, "This is a dirham with dirham, which contains velvet between them." This means that it is not found in Tawarruq.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najihah binti Abdurrahim and I will present about types of Tawarruq and differences between Tawarruq al-Fard and Tawarruq al-Munazzam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We move to types of Tawarruq. Al-Fard, known as classical Tawarruq. Original seller does not play any role in the resale of the commodity and has no relation with the final buyer. The cash will be taken by the mutawarrik directly from the final buyer without the seller being involved. The original seller, which is known as the first seller, has not information and relation with the final buyer. Tawarruq al-Fard, accepted by the juries, which is Hanafi, Maliki, Hanbali and Majma' al-Fiqh. Next, we move to al-Munazzam. Al-Munazzam, known as organized Tawarruq. The process handled by the seller as an intermediary which cash is acquired for the mutawarrik. The mutawarrik receives the cash from the original seller to whom he owes the delayed price. The original seller might agree beforehand with the final buyer that he will purchase the commodity. Tawarruq al-Munazzam is rejected by majority of the juries, but accepted to be practiced by current fiqh scholars and IFI Sharia Advisory Council.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aida binti Muhammad Hilmi. Next, you all must be asked where to apply this Tawarruq. Tawarruq is one of Islamic product in any bank. However, not all bank using this product. There are 4 examples that bank are really using by people nowadays, such as Bank Islam, Maybank, Bank Rakyat, and Public Bank. Bank Islam and Bank Rakyat using a Tawarruq product for payment of houses, personal loan and credit card. But the payment of car is using Murabaha Commodity and Al-Ijarah Summa Al-Bai that we call ITAB. But Maybank and Public Bank are not applying this product. They are using another product such as Ujrah, Baina, Musyarakah Mutanakisha and many more.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Farhatul Amila binti Mazlan. My matric number is 2017183853. Okay, I will explain about the advantages of Tawarruq. Advantages of Tawarruq. Firstly is Tawarruq is a form of sale involving 3 or more parties. This is alternative to Bai'inah. As we know, Bai'inah that there is a lot of controversy among Islamic scholars, which is a violation of Sharia compliance, which is riba. Next, Tawarruq has assisted Islamic financial institutions in diversifying consumer products and also types of financing. The range of products offered by financial institutions enables consumers to obtain Sharia compliance financing and compete with existing financial institutions. And the last one is as a medium for people to get benefit or profit while from the use of Tawarruq, it facilitates and also helps others to make more profit.
In this slide, I will talk about differences between Tawarruq Al-Fard and Al-Munazzam. Firstly, the seller Muwarriq has no role in reselling the commodity. Second, the buyer Mutawarriq receives cash directly from the last buyer. Third, there are no planned transactions between the first seller and the last buyer. While for Munazzam, first, the first seller Muwarriq acts as a representative or agent on behalf of the buyer in reselling the goods for cash. Second, the buyer, which is Mutawarriq, receives cash from the first seller. Third, it is possible that the first seller, which is Muwarriq, and the last buyer had made an agreement between them first.